What's going on, guys? So today I want to have an interesting conversation because I have a special list, and on that list, there is 5 people, 5 different archetypes, 5 different tropes of people that I just detest going back and forth with or trying to debate on the internet. And so I'm going to use today to illustrate and one of my favorite examples of it. Guys, tune in and hit the like and subscribe button too, because at the end of the day, we're unfiltered. There are no chains to hold me down, no strings to hold me down. Like guys, this is just unfiltered.
Have you always been a Hebrew Israelite? Were you a Christian before that?
Yeah, I actually woke up probably around like 15 years ago. I used to go to church every Sunday. I actually heard a voice from the Most High leading me and guiding me. And he took me to Deuteronomy chapter 28. And he showed me that the Bible is a history book. It's not a religious book. It's not about Baptist, Jehovah's Witness, Seventh-day Adventists, all these different things. It's actually a history book. And we are actually in the book, and we are the main characters in the book.
Okay. First things first. This is where I'm gonna stop right here, because this is the danger of the idea of giving people to freely interpret religion and all these things the way that they want to, and not having an objective understanding of what's going on. This is why people need to be able to think with logic, because listen, when people can just make up stuff, they can create and frame a scenario no matter what. They can frame that scenario in so many different ways and basically contort it to basically represent whatever they want it to represent, right? So, first things first, where in the Bible did it ever say, you know what, let's just... I hate when people do this.
And so when I found out that I was a Hebrew Israelite, at first I was sad, because what actually happened was the children of Israel went against the Most High, and we got put in a punishment. And this is all a part of Deuteronomy 28 for anybody that's listening.
And so, Yanni, you're married to Malak.
Yes.
Malak.
Yes.
And were you a Christian prior to?
Oh, that sounds real close to Moloch. Jesus.
Yes, I was raised actually in a Baptist church growing up.
Really?
And that reminds me of what I wanted to say. We need to stop contorting, because what you saying, the Bible is a history book, right? There is history in the Bible, but the Bible is not a history book. It's not a story book. It is a book with the purpose of giving you guidelines and basically tools in order for you to be able to do what Christianity is goal towards, which is to get you to basically heaven. It's to get you saved into heaven, born again. That's the goal of Christianity, right? So whenever people try to say, oh, this isn't this, this isn't that, oh, it's not Baptist, it's not this, it's not this. Those are denominations. At the root of Christianity, people stop judging the Bible and different. You can't sit there and judge these different denominations, these different denominations of a religion by the basis of the religion. At the root of the religion is one thing. How people interpret that's where you get all these different denominations. That's why I believe, like I said, it would be better if this was more objective. I'm just saying.
So you became a Israelite,
Absolutely.
Hebrew Israelite. And what's the difference in being a Christian and being an Israelite, Hebrew Israelite?
Well, the difference is being a Christian, those are all man-made religions. So like my husband Malak was saying, that a Hebrew Israelite is our culture, our heritage, our nationality. It's who we are as a people.
Meaning that you are a Jew?
Yes.
You a Jew?
I'm a Jew.
Are you the original Jew?
According to the Bible and the scriptures, yes, we are the original Jews. Yes, we.
Now, people always love to say this, but I just want to know, where in the Bible did it say that you're the original Jew? That you are the original Jew? That's what I always like to know.
Yeah.
And so, did your life change as a result of becoming a Jew rather than a Christian?
Yes, it did.
In what
Because in regards to, when I say everything, I changed everything from my diet, the things that I ate before when I was going to church. Although we read out of the same Bible, we weren't following those laws that are written in that Bible.
How long have you been married?
We've been married for 6 years.
Is he the head of you?
Yes.
He's the head. So you're the head of your wife.
That's correct.
And what does that mean, to be the head of your wife?
Be the head of my wife means being a strong leader in my household, being a provider, being a nurturer of the Bible, and spiritually, mentally, and physically through the power of the Most High.
And so,
And see, and this is important to take note of, because, like I said, I try to maintain an objective outlook, right? There are good principles and things that you could take away positively that the Hebrew Israelites particularly teach. What I disagree with is the idea and the notion, and like I said, I'll get into this more, but it's the idea and the notion that, one, you think that every single black person that's in America, and I'm not talking about immigrants. No, don't be stupid. No, you think that every black person that was born in here, every Negro, is an Israelite. It's not true. It's not true. There is historical studies, historical evidence that shows that if you really want to talk about it, that there were actually people of color that were in Americas before it was, you know what I'm saying? Before all of that. So, like, we have to be honest. We have to be honest. You have to be honest. And that's the truth. The truth of the matter is, I think that a lot of these Hebrew Israelites, they behave like a cult. That's what I think. And that's my opinion. Because all they're doing is taking and contorting Christian religious texts. They read the same Bible. They just interpret it as black people, and they slap a black label on it. And you're using that to manipulate and control people. All you're doing is becoming black. You're basically doing, it's reverse racism. I hate to say it, but it's the truth.
the white-skinned people in Israel and other places who say that they are Jews, they are not the Jews.
No, they're not.
And who are they?
So these are converts that came in and took our identity when we went into slavery.
So you're saying blacks are the original Jews?
Yes.
Are you like totally convinced of that?
I know that for a fact.
And how has it helped you to see yourself as a Jew?
Well, it gave me my identity back, because that's what everybody
That's right.
in America is basically experiencing right now, is an identity crisis, not knowing.
It's really not true. It's only just a lot of y'all that just are so wrapped up in y'all race. That's really the truth of the matter. I don't have an identity crisis. I'm an American. Like, well, okay, and I just happen to be black. Yeah, I don't have an identity crisis. And I get it. I get that at the end of the day, you really just you need something to latch on to. And I get it. A lot of you need that for your self-esteem. I get it. But it doesn't make it true. That's all I'm saying.
Who they are. We walking around with amnesia because they telling us that we was Africans when we came over here and not telling us where we came from Africa. They wasn't grabbing regular Africans. They was grabbing the Hebrew Israelites.
And so the blacks who were selling blacks, you had the black kings and higher uppers selling the underclass blacks in Africa. Did they know they were selling Jews?
Yes, they did.
They knew that.
Yes.
Seeing yourself as a Jew, does that make you feel better about yourself?
That's a good question. That's a good question, man. That's the thing.
Well, like I said, it when you have your identity back, you can know, when you know where you came from, you can know where you're going.
Right.
Now, the Bible is really real powerful because the whole Bible is about the Hebrew Israelites. It's a lot of prophecies that's going to take place. And without you having understanding about who you are in the book, you will have no understanding about what's about to take place in the earth.
Who told you that you...
Now look, the reason why I'm making that face is because technically what he's saying is correct. The Bible is about the Israelites, the Hebrew Israelites, but it's not about the Hebrew Israelites that he's talking about. And that's all I'm saying. He's saying that that's talking about us. And I'm just saying, every black person that was born in America did not come from a slave ship. Every black person that was born in their family did not come from a slave ship. And every family every person that's black was not a Hebrew Israelite. Some of you were Gentiles. Golly, what's wrong with that? You were Gentiles. Some of us were Gentiles. Okay. That's the whole point. You just sitting there framing the Bible in a different perspective to feed your ego. Does it make you feel better? Does it make you feel better?
were the original Jew? How did you hear about that?
Like I said, it's in the Bible. The Bible.
I know, but somebody had to bring it to your attention.
I told you that the God himself, the Most High himself, called me out of my disobedience and led me into the scriptures and showed me that I was a Hebrew Israelite. And this is happening all over the world. This ain't just happening with me.
The reason I asked, because I've interviewed other Hebrew Israelites, the ones in Vegas, but there's another group here in LA, and they wear like warrior clothes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So there seemed to be a split between who are the real Israelites or even amongst the blacks.
No. We all one family.
But y'all fight amongst each other, though.
No.
What they don't like this, this set don't like that set and don't like that set.
Well,
go ahead. It's just like any other family. Take, for instance, your blood family, right? You may have disagreements, but you're still going to love your family.
So let me ask, prior to becoming a Jew, you had this emptiness inside, like something was missing, like a void, like something was wrong, right? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And so once you became a Jew, was that void taken away from you? Were you fulfilled completely?
It basically gave me the understanding, because I always wanted to know why we was hated so much. And we never did nothing to anybody.
Who hates you?
The other nation.
That's my question, Jesse. Who hates you? I'm going to be honest, man. A lot of y'all black people got to wake up, man. These white people don't give a flying French toast about you. And that's the truth of the matter. You guys think you're so important. It's frustrating, man. You're not that important. God. You're not that important. God, you guys, look, I hate to rain on your parade, but guess what? Black people, you're not the sun. The world doesn't revolve around you. Snowflake, just like everybody else. You come together, you make a snowball, and guess what? You take it, individual snowflakes, you mean nothing. Why do y'all try to just... I get you feel pride. You should feel pride in your blackness, but be realistic. Golly.
The so-called Caucasians, the Japanese, the Chinese, everywhere we go, we hate it. And I didn't understand why we was hated so much.
It's because of how y'all Negroes act. A lot of it is how ninjas are portrayed, and the reason they're portrayed the way they are is because they do the things that they do. It's the truth.
But then when I read the Bible, it gave me the understanding and let me understand why our people are being hated so much.
When you did becoming a Jew fulfill
VictimOlympics.com. That's all it is. It's just the Victim Olympics.
That void deep down in your soul.
Oh, it did.
So you don't have that void anymore.
Yeah, because now I have understanding, knowing that the reason why we in the situations that we're in is because we didn't serve our God the way we're supposed to.
When you say the so-called white Oh, Caucasian. What do you mean by so-called? They don't really exist?
Because white is just a label that they get. That's not who they're
It's a
called in the
color.
Bible.
So what are they? Who are they?
In the Bible, they could be Japheth or they could be Esau.
Oh, that's a tribe?
Yeah, in the Bible.
So they shouldn't be called white people or Caucasians?
For those of you that don't know, basically what they're saying is basically white people, they come from Esau's line, while black people come from Jacob's. Yeah, it's just stupid.
No, I didn't say that they couldn't. I just say so-called because I try to stick directly with what the Bible would say.
I don't understand what the purpose of getting into this kind of stuff. Well, how's that going to help anyone? Do you love white people?
I love everybody.
How about white people?
I love everybody.
No, just
Most High told me not to hate nobody.
Do you love white people?
I love everybody who love me.
How about white people?
Everybody. Let me explain something to you.
I know, but answer that first.
Being a Hebrew Israelite is not a racist thing.
Right.
It's an awakening. It's an awakening that's taking place for you to get back what has been taken from you. It's not about us fighting amongst each other or anything like that. We know that we being oppressed by white people. We being oppressed by other nations.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Period. It ain't just them. We being oppressed by people who don't believe in the Most High, who don't want to keep commandments. So anybody that's
Black people don't want to do that either. So what are you talking about? Like, come on. These arguments are nonsensical. And this is why I don't like, you can't argue. He's not living in reality. This ain't reality. You ever heard the phrase, the lights are on and nobody's on?
Righteous. Not saying all white people ain't righteous. I'm just saying anybody who's unrighteous, that's where we having an issue with.
So do you love white people?
I love everybody.
But I'm only asking about white people only.
Well, I'm going to keep saying everybody because I don't want to exclude nobody.
And do you love white people?
I love all people.
Do you love white people?
Are they considered people?
No. Don't all lives matter me. Don't all lives matter me. Don't all lives matter. No. We're talking about white people.
Well, they're the only group I'm asking about. Do you love racist. White people?
Look, I have friends that are from the Caucasian race.
Do you love white people? The Caucasian.
Caucasian is white.
Right. Do you love them?
I love everybody.
You said that white people and other people are oppressing black people, right?
Yes.
Am I right?
Yeah. You don't think you're under oppression right now?
In what way are they oppressing black people?
Okay. Well, first of all, probably like 70% of our people were in jail, right?
Right.
In prison.
Because them Negroes don't know how to act. Ninjas don't know how to act, man. I'm just saying. And if we're going to be technical, a lot of that had to do with y'all freaking, the president, Sleepy Joe, that y'all love so much.
Gang activity and drug activity is set up by the government.
Stupid mother, you're a liar. It's not true. Stuff. Victim.
I wanted to go get a loan, right, in a bank or whatever. They will probably turn me down.
Why?
But other nations,
they will probably turn me down. So you won't go, so you won't know, but then you'll complain when other people get what you scared to go for. You know how stupid that just sounds?
can come over here that don't even live here and get a loan off the bat.
Why wouldn't they let you have a loan at the bank? If you went to the bank and said, hey, I'd like to get a loan, they would say no to you?
More than I have tried to get a loan a couple of times, and I had all of the qualifications that they asked me for,
and then
they made me jump through a million hoops.
Right.
And then other people that I know that's not of the same ethnicity as myself, they can go in there and get a loan. I was about to pay him to go get a loan for me.
But so do they? So they didn't let you have it because you were black?
I believe that's the reason.
You believe the same thing?
We go through a lot of things.
I believe. Like I said, man, these people, it's a cult, man. These people, they don't They just live in victim mentality. They live off the idea of just trying to keep people in a victim mindset. It's ridiculous. It's pathetic. It's pathetic, and black people gonna keep falling for it. So what can you say? What can you say? I mean, shit. I mean, shoot.